Very happy with his first start in a Chelsea shirt. We've talked a lot about the options that Chelsea do have. You said from the beginning of the tournament you still felt Jackson was Chelsea's main man. Since then, he got sent off, and then Pedro signed for Chelsea as well.
Gareth is laughing.
I know, and I'm trying to ignore that. I'm just trying to remind you of your predictions. I'm guessing you've changed the way you feel a little bit about Chelsea's attacking options now.
Listen, all I've said, I think it's important we have a competition in the team. It's very important. You know, Gareth, how it is when you play for a big club. To win trophies, you need competition. And that's what we've got now. We've got 3 good strikers and who can compete for one position. And that's what I thought the club didn't have before. But now with the 2 new signings with Delap and João, I think that competition is going to push the players to go extra hard. But I still think that Jackson still has a big part to play. He just needs to sort out, you know, himself in terms of discipline and how and what he wants to do, really. But I just think that with his performance today, João and Delap, they're probably ahead of him right now.
Yeah, Enzo Maresca said in his interview that he was always going to come on. He came on the hour mark, and we saw that he was trying to make things happen. But if we take a look at this chance, Gareth, does this match perhaps show that he's trying a little bit too hard?
Yeah, I think sometimes that's what competition does, right? It puts pressure on you, and I think if João doesn't score, maybe he doesn't feel that pressure, and he would probably play a simple pass to Cole Palmer. But yeah, under pressure, it changes your decisions. It can sometimes affect your performance. So I'm sure a lot of strikers have been in that position before and have not passed because they want to score. But yeah, I think he chose the wrong option there.
Yeah, Cole Palmer was very frustrated. But I actually said to you just before that, didn't I? What would you have done in that situation? And you said,
yeah, I'd probably shoot, but I'd try and make sure I scored.
Yeah, I guess that's the issue there. If he doesn't score, Kleberson, that's where Palmer's frustration comes from, and then I imagine that could start to play on Jackson's mind.
Yeah, that's the frustration he has, but you have to understand it's 2-0, the guys won the game. I don't know if the game is like a 1-0 for Fluminense, how this is happening, you know what I mean? But of course, that situation is better passing the ball and the play scored a goal for the team, no?
Well, fortunately for you Chelsea fans, it didn't matter because Chelsea ran out 2-0 winner, and Chelsea beating Fluminense by 2-0. It was an emotional reunion with his former club for Thiago Silva. We are Gareth Bale, John Obi Mikel and Kleberson, and wow, Gareth, firstly, Chelsea came into this as favourites, and on that performance, did they deserve to go through?
Yeah, definitely. I think they control majority of the game. They always look like the ones who were threatening to score more. Obviously, Fluminense had a few chances, but I think overall Chelsea were the much better team, and yeah, took 2 very good goals.
It was a professional performance, wasn't it? Lit up, of course, by João Pedro.
Yeah, fantastic performance. I think from start to finish, we controlled the game the way we played. You know, we knew exactly how to approach the game. We knew we had to control the possession. If we control possession, our quality is going to show. But João Pedro, those 2 goals, it just shows the quality, the belief and the trust the manager had in him to start him in this game. And he just paid that off back to the manager. But fantastic performance from the whole team. I thought Caicedo as well, again, was absolutely brilliant. We missed him in the last game, and you can see why it's so important for us in this team.
Yeah, hopefully that injury that he did look to suffer at the end of the game isn't too serious. Didn't look too concerned, but from your point of view, Kleberson, for Fluminense, we're seeing how disappointed they look. What a run it's been. Was it just one game too far, do you think?
I think just lost the last game, you know. I think they compete well in the competition. On this game, we can show how different like the quality between Chelsea and Flamengo and Fluminense. But Fluminense having the chance, having some opportunity on the beginning of the second half, doesn't score, and then he lost the game.
It's been remarkable, hasn't it, Mikel? You've said so many times how much you've enjoyed watching the Brazilian sides in this tournament. For them even to get here today and to showcase what Brazilian football is all about and can offer has been special.
Oh yeah, it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. They've been absolutely fantastic. I think they're going to go home today with their heads held high because they've given us so much in this tournament. You know, not just the players, the fans, what they bring to the game, you know, how they enjoy the game. It's been absolutely fantastic. I think the first half they lost the game because they showed us way too much respect. They didn't come out to press. They gave us way too much time on the ball. And if you do that to any player, it doesn't matter who you are, you're going to be in trouble. And that's what happened in the first half.
Do you agree, Gareth, that maybe they should have been a little bit more aggressive in that first half?
Yeah, I think they should have played their kind of own style rather than maybe kind of go to what Chelsea do best and try and defend them. So I'm sure they have regrets. I'm sure they look back in the game and maybe want to play it different, but ultimately the better team won on the day, and Chelsea deserve to win. They're I think the youngest Premier League team in history. They're a young team, they're building. They seem to have signed a lot of the same player in the past, and I think now they're trying to sign the right players. So they always seem to sign that number 10 role, and a lot of the same player, whereas whereas now they're kind of signing the players that they need rather than just whoever they want. So,
do you think we saw today with the goals that potentially they've got the player they needed? João Pedro scoring after 18 minutes, and this is a goal that, I mean, you would have been proud of, Gareth.
Yeah, no, definitely, and I think, like I said, I think he wins the ball back here, and yeah, just having that confidence. He knows, like I said before, he probably wants to come in and make an impact straight away as his first start, and to have a strike like that on your debut is great.
Yeah, the goalkeeper has absolutely no chance, and it shows 18 minutes in the confidence the player has.
It's about confidence, isn't it? I mean, gave the keeper absolutely no chance. Obviously, Thiago Silva will look at it and think, okay, I mean, I've done a little bit better with the clearance, but take nothing away from the finish. The first touch to set himself up, and then the curl. Absolutely fantastic goal. We thought the first one was best, but the second one was even much better.
Yeah, it was. We'll see that one in just a moment. But Cleverson, a word for this, the level of respect against the club that he started out at, to not celebrate. That was a nice moment too.
That's a nice note. He respects a lot Fluminense. He's born on the Fluminense. He's a big fan for Fluminense. He knows the game is really difficult for him, but he showed his character. He scored 2 goals, and then he's proud for the team.
Yeah, he showed his ruthless nature, and he may love Fluminense, but he also loves scoring goals. Got the second in the second half on 58 minutes, and this one was as impressive as the first, would you say, Mikel?
Oh, we thought the first one, but this one here, I thought Cole Palmer did really well here, but then the pass from Enzo Fernandez here to set him up. Look at that pass with outside of the foot. And all he can do, João, is to go on goal and just cuts in, and then the finish. What a strike that is. The keeper has absolutely, I don't think any keeper is saving that.
He had options there as well, but he's such a single-minded, he's a goal scorer, isn't he? I'm sure you would have gone for goal then as well.
Yeah, I know. I think when you have players spare over and you take the shot, and you need to make sure you score. Otherwise, like you've seen already, you might see the wrath of the other players. But yeah, he's cut in, great strike. Confidence is obviously very high, and great finish.
What can this do for a player scoring twice on his debut on a massive stage like this, going to a big club? What will this do for João Pedro going forward?
I think this is amazing for him, like to come in a club, score 2 goals, first start. I think show like how good he is, and how Chelsea is going to be needing guys like him to score the goals outside the box, to make presence inside the box.